syllabus. Okay, I have student view pulled up, so this should look getting close to how you see it anyway. It's not published yet, the course is, and I'm looking at H term, so a summer 2. I think this is going to end up being about the same thing for fall if you're in fall and you're watching this screencast over the syllabus as far as the points distribution and everything. So I'm going to go from home. I'm going to click on the syllabus. This will just give you the particular section you're in. There'll be some dates at the bottom that are really important dates, like your drop day and the census day. Here's my phone number if you need to call me. I'm in AC1 Arts and Communications 108B. We can set up a meeting through Zoom or whatever you like. A lot of times I'll just like to talk with you over the phone, which is fine. A lot of times just a quick phone call will fix something that's been causing a big jam up with you. So it's something like you're clicking the wrong thing or you're doing just something you're not quite, you haven't done it yet. So you haven't, so once you do it once, then you're good to go. That sort of thing. Okay, the HAMA 1301 standalone course, interdisciplinary survey of cultures focusing on the philosophical and aesthetic factors and human values and emphasis on the historical development of the individual and society. So basically, why do we produce some of the things that we produce in different sorts of cultures, time periods all over the world? That's what we're going to look at. So it's tied in history, especially early on, but then how did they look at some of this stuff, which is very different than how we look at it today, the further back we go. Learning outcomes, demonstrate the awareness and scope and variety. There's a bunch of stuff we're going to look at. Articulate how these works express the values of the individual and society within a historical and social context. Articulate and inform personal response. Critically analyze works in the arts and humanities. Demonstrate knowledge and understanding of the influence of literature or philosophy and the arts on cultural experiences. Demonstrate an awareness of the creative process and why humans create. Okay, our textbook is an electronic textbook, and that comes with the smart books. So please do not buy a hard copy on your own or rent some sort of textbook outside of the bookstore, because then you don't necessarily have access to the smart books in the course. The vast majority of students are staying opted in to inclusive access, so you should be good to go with that. Do not buy anything extra if you're opted in. I stressed this in the other screencast, but in case you missed it there, just know that here. Please call me before you buy anything textually for this course. All right, there's a bunch of assignments it says here. Don't let this freak you out right now, because most of these are smart book assignments. So think about it, informed quizzes along the way. And then the responses are here as well. We're going to get to the distribution of these in just a second. And presentations too. So we're going to go to your grade view in just a second. If there is something about the weather that's going, even though it's an internet course, I'll go ahead and post it. So that way, hopefully you know what's going on. You should, per this other screencast you're going to watch, get your notifications set through here. That really help you with this course and with Grayson in general. The grade distribution. Your smart books are worth 20%. So these are the quizzes. Most of the grade is your reading questions or your reading responses. Okay, so there are 8 big ones total. You have a little bitty one that you're going to upload first thing, probably today if you're watching this on the first day of class. And then I'm going to discard 1, so to be 7 out of 8. So if something happens with one of them, you've got a little bit of a fallback. You had a tire blowout. You did something really goofy on your submission or whatever. One will get kicked out. For the presentation, you'll have 4 presentations and also some lead-up material, and those will average to 30%. I'm going to go to the modules and talk about this in just a second. Your attendance for this course is actually the smart books. I just switched that up. I'll change the syllabus statement. So every time you take a smart book out of the assignment group that's due that day, then I'll count you as attending the course. So if you set your notifications, you'll see this every time I click on this. Also, your first introductory response, and every time you upload the actual presentation when you upload it. But mostly the smart book is going to be the vast majority of attendance marks for the course. Got to have internet access for this. Matter of fact, the presentation ones, it's going to be hard to upload them if you don't have decent internet access. So make sure you have this at the school. You're going to have to do a lot of word processing in this course. So you have access to Microsoft Word. So through Office 365, right after you log into MyViking, you can download it if you like, which is what I recommend, instead of just working in the cloud. Your grades are going to be in Canvas. We just talked about attendance. Please do not use artificial intelligence or Google or just search for something or anything where you don't cut and paste anything. You're only using the material in our module. So I am tightly controlling the sources for this course, which is this is to help you for reading comprehension, which we're gonna talk about. So as I said, right now we're viewing Summer 2, so these are the important dates for Summer 2, but if this same screencast is up for fall, it'll be a different batch of dates, and you'll go by those. Your Title IX contact here, anything comes up of a Title IX nature, which doesn't seem possible really in this course, but who knows? Same thing with Title VI. Non-discrimination, it's the same person for anything sort of really weird that comes. So basically when you're at Grayson, if you feel any of these are valid, you always contact this person. Okay, so this is fairly short for the screencast. So the next screencast I'm about to make right now is over how to navigate, because it's a little bit different. So that's what I was alluding to here. Make sure you watch this course navigation to get the feel of what's going to happen on a week-to-week basis in HUMA 1301.